Hey guys, this is a random reading and I'm like not even awake. But Spirit was telling me, and you're going to hear weed whackers and lawnmowers because it's Monday morning and you might even see them. um, okay, so what was I going to say? Oh, yeah, I'm so tired. I'm not tired. I'm not awake. Okay. They were telling me to do, quiet. They were telling me to do a reading for those of you who are not in communication and haven't even met. A lot of you have celebrity counterparts that are like this. Some of you have met your celebrity, but this won't pertain to you. If you've met the person, it's not going to pertain to you. This is special for those of you who think you're going crazy because you haven't actually met the person yet. So the way that works for those of you who are watching who are just merely entertained by this idea is it's pings. Pings are like, when you ping another computer, you're trying to see if it's there and if it's going to communicate with you, sends out a signal, and then if it comes back, then those two computers are in connection. So I just use that word, but it's really the two of you have sent like coded messages basically, and you get a lot of more telepathic type communication, which is really incredible, right? But it really plays with the divine feminine's mind because she has no verification. She's got no proof that it even is true or real. So you guys need the support apparently, because Spirit was just like telling me to get on this morning. And then for some reason, when you're in that state where you're just not quite awake and you're still asleep a little bit, I asked a question. I wasn't even awake enough to ask a question, but I asked a question and I said something to the effect of like, so where are they at right now? Like what's the message that, and I heard the door open and a creak. And I was like, this is how I woke up. As I was like, did I just hear the door open? And then somebody sat on the bed, and it woke me up because I wasn't sure if it was real or not, which is really weird because of course I would know that it's not real, but it sounded that real. So for some of you, you actually may have just experienced that or something very similar to where it just feels like they're right there in your environment. And this is not, since this is dealing with celebrities and stuff like that, this is not a fan. This is not somebody who's obsessed over you. Actually, most of these feminines have no information about them at all. They don't even want to know because they want to get to know the person genuinely for who they are without reading a bunch of misinformation just to have to reprogram their minds when they find out the truth or whatever. So a lot of you, and you could care less if he's broken on the street. You could care less about where they're at. It's just that same feeling with regular true love where it's just, you can tell that they are a kindred spirit. You can just feel it. It's very, very powerful, and you just know, and it's just like this, I don't know, when you talk about them with a friend or a family member or something like that, you probably won't be using their name. Or you'll be using a false name or initials or something, but when you talk about them, you light up. You really light up, and you just love them, and you don't necessarily know why. You just do because Spirit has kind of made you that way. Like you were born to love this person. So it's a very, very sweet, innocent thing. Just like the other true love relationships, but it's really a particularly difficult situation because if you guys in normal true love relationships think that you got it hard, not hearing from that person for a long time, and I've been in those relationships too, or I've had those connections too. Those are quite frustrating as well. But imagine never actually receiving real validation. That really plays with your head. So we're going to get to you in a second. oh my gosh. And I just felt some of you saying, well, how do you even know that it's real? I've had to have a very, very open mind about this as well. You know, a lot of you have come to me for readings, and I'm just like, logically, I'm like, there's no way in hell. You know, there's just no way in hell that it's this person or whatever that you think. And then they start to, but I still, like, I've always had a very, very open mind, and I'll listen to their story, and I'll listen to why they think this is their person or whatever. And so I've always, like, even if there's a little part of my personality that's like, no way, there is a bigger part of my beingness that has enough respect that says anything is possible. You better listen. So I do listen. And the stories that you guys have shared with me are absolutely astonishing. It's like if you heard their story, you'd be like, how could it not be? How could it not be? It's just amazing. The timing of things and the things that show up for both of them as synchronicities. And I mean, it is mind blowing. You guys would be shocked. Some of these stories should become movies, honestly. Yeah, I mean, you think Notting Hill is a good movie? I don't think they've yet made a movie like I'm talking about. Like this would be like the movie of movies. To fall in love with someone without even knowing them, just through synchronicities, and then starting to ping each other and see that it's real, but it's actually on the other person's mind too, is like, wow. And I mean, talk about destined, right? Two completely different worlds. Both person coming from the purest of places and wanting to just establish that childlike, sweet, innocent, very passionate, loving relationship for real in the 3D for once. And can you imagine how exciting that would be too? Like, wow, let's take this out of fantasy world and let's make it actually real and tangible and touch each other and hug and smile and laugh and all that for real. Like, that can actually be in my world, this person that I've been watching or this person that I've been admiring all this time in my face for real. And imagine kissing and imagine all that other stuff. I'm just saying. So talk about a dream come true for you both. You know, it's like pretty amazing to think of. And I have seen how they really deserve it. Like they really do deserve, both people involved really deserve that other person. And it's amazing when you see it, you're just like, oh my God, they are perfect together. Absolutely perfect. And these celebrities need somebody to ground them, somebody real, somebody normal, somebody with a heart, somebody who isn't all hung up on being perfect and all that stuff, you know? They're just perfect for each other in so many ways. I can't even tell you guys. And I've heard so many stories, and they're just all so beautiful. Some of them have brought tears to my eyes. They're so beautiful. So here's to you guys. All right, where are those feminines at? The feminines in this situation, where are they at, Spirit? Not even looking yet. Haven't turned them over. Just pulling 4 cards from this deck. Aww. Aww. They're waiting on that message. They're waiting on something tangible and real. Pentacles are about something that's actually happening in the 3D, in the physical world. They don't care if it's a text message, an email, even a ping. They're kind of waiting on the next ping, I guess. They're waiting on the next thing to happen for real in the 3D world, because that's getting closer and closer to him or her feeling validated, you know. They've been really heartbroken. They've been really hurting. They've been really missing that person, and they're wanting to reconcile. They're wanting to transform that. They're wanting to heal both of their broken hearts. They know that the other person's hurting as much as they are, and if they could hurry things along, they really would, and they are trying behind the scenes. They've had to get over their fears and insecurities, just like Oh, and I just felt some of you being like, you know, these perfect people are getting over their fears and insecurities. Yeah, yes. Everybody has them. I mean, I talk to supermodels and everything, and they're, for one, let me just tell you that they are sometimes more insecure. Sometimes the perfect person that's in movies and commercials and magazines and all that stuff, man, they are really insecure, you know, and they start thinking they start gaining weight or they start getting wrinkles or anything like that, and they freak. They're like, oh my God, I'm not at market value anymore. Oh, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I'm not perfect anymore. But there are some benefits to not being perfect as well. But they, you know, everyone, when they find a true love, no matter who you are, what you are, whether this is a CEO that owns a, you know, billion-dollar company, it does not matter. Every human being has insecurities. So they're wanting to fix the broken heart, and guess what else is so cute? They're really wanting that dream come true to happen. They're believing in a bright future. They're believing in their little star. They're putting all their faith and belief in this happy family that can happen. They're trying to birth the, you know, the whole family. I mean, it could be that they want to have kids with their masculine. It could be that they want to get a dog. It could be that they want to just get a pet. Funny how I said that, you know, finally looking at each other, holding each other and doing all that. Look at these guys, look like they're just meeting. Don't they? They're like looking at each other like, whoa, hi. Hi. And the kid's running like, finally they meet. And she's just been hanging on to hope that her star would come along. But also with this is I feel like she's been doing some healing from her past as well. Knowing that she deserves a better love, knowing she deserves a better life. And she's been going through transformation the whole time. That's what true love does too, is it totally transforms the both of you. And it totally, like, I mean, it inspires you to great heights. You know, it really does. It just makes you believe in something better than you've ever had. And I'm even talking like the level of intimacy. And if you can imagine starting out that way, it's kind of magical, right? Because it's like you guys really get each other, that you even caught each other's pings, that you guys have been catching on to. That is like, wow, it's so deep. It's not superficial. Do you know what I mean? These little signals you've been sending each other, you're going to be that way your whole relationship. When you guys come into union and you're actually dating or married or whatever, you guys are going to be like totally connected. It'll be amazing. So that's where the feminines are at, is they know their dream. They're having faith. I shouldn't say that they know, because it's such a, you know, they know intuitively, they do. But there's also a big part, obviously, that doubts like crazy, and they're just like, what am I doing? What am I doing even believing in this? This is ridiculous. But you know, they're wanting that happy family. They're wanting their dreams come true, and they believe. They're holding on to that last string of hope and that belief in their star. And it's causing them to transform and heal very deeply. I feel like there's something about the pine here too. So you might have pine in your environment, or you might be getting out in the woods, you know, whatever. Oh, look, there's a star there too. Or it's a sun or a star. It could be either. But hope. And look at how the star is actually like shining so bright that it's going into the picture of the real life. See that? Isn't that amazing? So transformation. She wants transformation. She wants to heal the broken heart. The Three of Swords and the star are also healing. You know, both of them are healing. And then it's so that family can come together. She wants a family. She wants a solid family. You know, a lot of you would have that Cinderella story too that I talk about. The snakes and the scorpions. If you guys haven't seen that reading, yeah, she just wanted to communicate. Oh my gosh. The high priestess just flipped out with the Page of Pentacles. She knows she's about to receive some kind of an offer. Some kind of a ping, some kind of an email, some kind of a text message. Oh yeah. I woke up the other morning around that same way, and I got the message, I'll write you when I'm near your home. It was separate though. It was like, I'll write you. And I was like, yes. When I'm near your home. So that's going to pertain to some of you as well. But you know this person is your person. And you see lots of signs and synchronicities that confirm that. Tons of them. Okay. They said great work. I think I just stopped the cards for the feminine. I'm going into the masculine. So, wow. I'm seeing work hard, try, great work. So I feel like the masculines have been busting their butts, trying to make it happen, because it says make it happen. And then I get unstoppable. They are unstoppable. They're feminines. They are not just going to let that connection die. They're not going to just, no, they are strong, and they are going to make it happen if they can. And they will be able to. They will be able to get I just heard the song from Sound of Music, like climb every mountain, follow every stream till you find your dream. That's your masculine. He doesn't want to settle for anything less anymore. And in this day and age, like, people are really reaching for their most authentic truth. The truth is coming out in 2020, perfect eyesight, real clear eyesight, right? Yeah, and they just said hindsight's 2022, so that, you know, they know that this is a pure, innocent, sweet, authentic connection that they can rely on, that they can have for the rest of their lives, and it's not going to go anywhere. Okay, where are the masculines at? Starting to wake up a little bit. All right. Aww. Guys. What are they overcoming? Okay. This is so cute. I love my job. Okay. They're planning and plotting. Which way is the best way to send her a message or to get to her, to ping her? Should I ping her first, or do I just show up, or do I call? Or no, maybe I should send an email. No. Here, just give me the damn phone. Picking up the phone. No, it can't be done that way. I got to go see her in person. You know, and it's just like this. He's trying to overcome being perpetually stuck in this state. He wants for there to be communication of some sort, for real, like actual communication, like hello. And so he feels like this is also like at the end of the race, when you're almost there and you could like smell the victory. Look at her. I know victory is just around the corner. So kind of like a barn sour horse has to like race back. Like, you can't hold them back. You're pulling on those reins and you're just like, whoa. And they're like, dun, 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 dun. There's no way that they're going to stop. And they will run. And then they'll halt at the barn and you'll go flying off of them. So they're just trying to figure it out, you guys. They're just trying to figure out how they can overcome overthinking it so that they can actually start to be in communication with you. So you guys can have that new beginning and he could get you preggers. Look, you had the kids in the other spread, you know, for the feminine, and now you've got a pregnant woman. So not all of you are going to want to have kids. Those who don't want to have kids or can't have kids or whatever, this just means, birthing your relationship. You are everything he's ever wanted in a woman, and he's finally giving himself permission to have it. That doesn't mean you're a perfect 10. That doesn't mean that you are, what those other people are that he's had that you've compared yourself with. You're better than that. And he knows it, and he's going to have it. He's going to get it. And he's going to give himself permission to not give a crap what anybody else thinks. And he is absolutely going to give himself his prize. And he is going to be talking to her a lot, texting her a lot, sending lots of pings. Things are going to go forward very, very quickly because Cupid's arrows are hitting him, and he's tired of sitting there just watching her or thinking about her naked, maybe. Because look at her. And, he's going to send either lots of messages, or they're going to start to they're just going to be in communication. This could also be travel. He could be traveling toward you. And it's for his happy family. Now, what's kind of interesting to note is that the feminine had the 10 of Pentacles. The 10 of Pentacles is about even having financial. It's having everything. It's not necessarily financial, but tangible. So it's like not having any need in the world. Now, the feminine has had to deal with the tough stuff. The feminines, some of the masculines have had to deal with that too, but the feminines have had to deal with, some of them have even been like totally broke, out on the streets or whatever. It's like really down and out. A lot of feminines who have true love counterparts like this have really had to go through the ringer and been in some really awful, horrible situations. That's why I call it like the Cinderella thing. They're like little orphan Annie, right? So it would make sense that they would have the 10 of Pentacles and that the masculine would have the 10 of Cups, because the masculines really need that intimacy, that closeness, a best friend, somebody they can totally confide in and trust with everything and cry to about the really tough stuff, and have them not laugh at them or see them as weak, but actually see them as strong for having cried, Somebody seriously got their back. So, of course, the masculines would have this. And the rainbow energy is very, very healing energy. And, oh, look at those cups are like, they're so happy they're singing. Those cups are singing. And they're all rainbow colors. Those are some pretty happy cups. Everybody is so happy in this picture, But the feminine was like, I'd also, like some security, So they had a little bit of that tangibility in there. And it could be security in many, 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 many different ways. But, okay. So, Spirit, what do you want to tell them? So we know where they're both at. He's planning and plotting, ascending the mountain. Keep going forward, both of you. The feminines, you guys need to just keep having faith and believing in this connection and believing he's coming. Take the pings for real. Know that it truly is him sending you a love message. Masculines, just keep going, getting around any obstacle in your path, getting over any mountain, following any stream, whatever you have to do to get to her is your advice. You might actually be going to the mountains, going near mountains, because of the mountains. I just saw work hard. Think positive to work hard. Work hard to think positive. That means being solution-oriented, not problem-oriented, and imagining things working out. Wise leader, you're a beacon for others. So, yeah, but you guys are natural-born leaders. Like, if they're putting you with a celebrity counterpart, you are going to be feminines. You are going to be that beacon of light for others, and for also in the industry. Like, oh my God, like everybody goes, oh, a normal person? What? And aren't they always curious? It's like, what's going on with that? Why is that person so special? It's not that they're that special either. It's just that they're that special and that perfect for that person. But it kind of normalizes the whole putting them up on a pedestal nonsense. But it's like you become an inspiration. I mean, look at Megan and whatever prince that is. But look at that. Look at how inspirational that is. It's amazing. Everybody was shocked at first, but then it was just like, damn, that's pretty awesome. Wow, look at what they've given up, or look at what the changes that they've made, and look at what they're doing. These guys are becoming serious power couples, rising up to be the leaders they were meant to be. So you guys are going to be an example and a beacon of light for other people who will be watching you guys. So train yourselves, get ready to be that beacon of light in a public light. Now, a lot of you don't want to be in a public light, at least not to that degree necessarily, but just like you don't want to be in 2020 right now, and you're like, what the hell was I thinking to put myself here right now? It's the same thing. Not only did you put yourself here right now, but you came to hold the flame. You came to find your true love counterpart, to go become a power couple and to make a difference during this crazy time. So take the torch and run with it, girls and guys. First light, beginning of a new cycle. Thank you, God. The sun has come up after the night. And I just feel like this picture sounds like, you know, in the morning when the birds start chirping after they've been quiet all night. That's what this feels like to me. I feel like I kind of have the feeling that you guys are going to start actually nestling down in the fall and winter. You guys are actually going to be together through the holidays. And it's about time, right? I mean, you've gone through some many, many lonely holidays. But it feels like you guys are actually going to be in each other's arms, maybe in front of a fire for the holidays. All the holidays. Thanksgiving and Christmas and all of that, because you guys need to be there for each other. Up through November is going to be some really crazy times, and it'd be nice if you guys could be in communication before that all starts happening, or when it's all coming to a head. And it coming to a head could actually be the factor that pushes this person past their comfort zone to finally approach you. You guys are going to feel a lot of joy and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. And the world is needing this gratitude. The Schumann resonance is rising more all the time, and imagine much so, even more so with these true love couples. And at first light in one of these true love relationships that's a lot of making love, and this is a lot of like exuberance, and this is a lot of falling in love, and this is a lot of kind of energy, you know, and that is much needed at this very, very stressful, crazy time. So you can imagine how the earth needs it right now. Reflect and redirect your energy if you're at an impasse, if you're stuck in that thinking mode. Be resourceful like a squirrel. Just get resourceful, and again, be solutions oriented, not problem oriented, and don't stay stuck for long, because you are a wise leader. You can ascend any mountain. You can get to that first light, that first step, that new beginning actually happening if you stay in a state of joy and gratitude. Don't get stuck in the what ifs, and don't get stuck in thinking about the obstacles. Don't even care about the obstacles. What obstacle? And just get right around it. Answering the call, the time is now. Not later, not tomorrow, not in a week, not when everything's perfect, not when you have all the money you need, not when you have this and that and the other thing all lined up. It's now. And there's a stag. And the stag is a promise of union. And look at the feminine is, wow, like she's looking out at her masculine. Like the door creaking. And then him sitting on the bed. Wow. Okay. So answer the call, both of you, but I feel like that's also miracles. But that's also, I feel like some of you feminines could actually be quite resistant to it. I know you say that you're ready and you've been waiting and tapping your fingers and toes, but when you actually have this person in your life, you could feel quite resistant to it. You might be resistant to the change in the lifestyle. I mean, it's a good stress, but it's still stress. You know, it's still going to create anxiety because your world's going to just turn upside down. There are so many things you're going to have to adjust to. Some of you may have to adjust to paparazzi. Some of you really like your privacy and you don't like being stared at. So, you know, whatever. There's going to be stuff that each of you have to adjust to, but don't let that get in your way. Don't let that stop you from jumping onto the best thing. Jumping on. I mean, jumping. Jumping on. What am I trying to say? Going into the best opportunity you could possibly have happen in your life. Don't overlook. Don't push away. Gosh. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth either. God's giving you an incredible opportunity right now. Spirit is giving you the most incredible opportunity of your life. Don't sit there and open the horse's mouth and be like, I don't know, but then there's that, and then there's that, and I don't know. There's this aspect. Or no, I'm not good enough. I am so not good enough. I don't have the perfect body. I don't look like a Barbie doll like they do. I don't blah, 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 blah. Whatever it is, miracles are happening for both of you. Expect the wondrous to emerge. And don't do that to yourself, because always put yourself in the other person's shoes. Always, like, and here's how you do that. Say you've got something to tell them that you feel like they're not going to want to hear. Everybody's got that, right? You got to tell this person something that you know that they're going to seriously have to think about, right? So I want you to imagine them telling you the same exact thing and think about how you would respond to them. That's how you do it. I want you to think about the worst possible thing that you're going to have to tell them, and you flip the person. Your true love is telling you that thing. How do you respond? However that is exactly how they will respond, because you guys are one and the same. You guys are totally united, and that's how much they love you, and that's how much you love them. That just proves that it's true love. If you would be okay with whatever that is, so would they. And if not, then I can't imagine that being the case. You need to talk to me if that's your case, because I'll help you get over that. And I just looked down at yes. So you guys just need to, like, it's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing, you guys. It's time to bridge the gap and come together. Yeah. So get over it. Get over whatever the insecurity is. It's time to come together. It's time to get past that stuff and to just don't run. Just communicate through it. Just tell them exactly what you're thinking and feeling. Even if you feel like running, just be like, I feel like running. I'm really scared. You know, I just feel so, aw. You guys can't get your minds off each other. It's so true. Like, you guys are just so, like, about each other. Sometimes you guys even like with the door opening thing, like sometimes you just feel them in your environment all the time. Like, you guys are already together. So there is that element of it. Is even though it's going to be, you know, so exhilarating and exciting when they're actually in your face, it's going to also feel familiar because they've been there for a while, right? It's like you guys are already together, and it's kind of like, okay, I have an invisible boyfriend who just sends me these cryptic messages sometimes, and it's very bizarre, right? But now you guys are about to make it real. You guys are about to make it real, and it needs to. Get the big picture, guys. Get out of the small thinking, get out of the worry, get out of the overanalyzing, get the big picture going on. Maybe you've been seeing hot air balloons, or maybe you will see them now as confirmation of this. But you guys are protected, nothing to worry about. You're cherished by the heavens. So go forth boldly, even pray for protection from the angels if you need to. This is why I think I pick up on a lot of eloping and stuff like that with you guys, because the news will be all over it. If they find out, you guys seriously, like, you guys have to hide it, because if you guys need to be like in a really good solid place before anybody finds out, or already married or something, so that people cannot get in between, because they will try. They will, like, no matter who you are, they're going to pick it the hell apart. They just will. So I don't care if you were, in the same arena, if you will. It's nobody's ever good enough for that person. And it could go both ways. Nobody's good enough for the feminine either. I don't care how famous somebody is or how much money they have or any of that. They're going to be like, no. They're with you for certain reasons, or you're gonna get it all. So you guys just need to be real, real careful. I wouldn't even tell anybody. I wouldn't even tell your friends. I wouldn't tell. Yeah, and most of you already know. Most of you are already there. But yeah, so yeah. This is a very, very, it needs to be treated with the most thoughtfulness. The most thoughtfulness. You know what I mean? You guys have to be wise. If it gets out, it gets out. It's fine. That's the way it was supposed to happen. So don't worry about that either. Oh man, you guys better get ready to move too. Holy crap. It's going to be rejuvenating for you guys. Very rejuvenating for the both of you. You're clearing the past. You're healing the present. This relationship is going to be the most incredible. You're going to step into your power. You are strong beyond measure, and you know it. You can overcome these obstacles, whatever, even if crazy people start trying to, you can overcome anything, any of it. Don't even worry about it. Expand your horizons, break out past your comfort zone, because you're going into uncharted territory, both of you. And travel lightly, simplify your life. When I get this card, it's like, okay, I just did this yesterday. Like, go through your boxes, get rid of everything you possibly can. And just really get down to the absolute basics. Know what's in every box. So, and even, I would even go, like, I would set stuff over here that you're willing to give away or donate. Set stuff over here that, ideally, it's like, you may want that stuff. You may think that it really could come in handy if you end up not with this person or something, God forbid. But there's this but you'd also be willing to give it away if you do come together. And over here, you've got the stuff that's really important, but you label it and just make sure that you know what that is. And so that when he's there with you, if you guys go sorting through your stuff, it'll be very simple and very easy to just point everything out. Just make it real, make a move very, very easy to have happen, and very simple. Just in case you want to just plan, just in case. Yeah, keep the picture and stay focused. Keep the big picture in mind and stay focused. Or I should put it this way: hold the course. Don't let obstacles get in your way. Don't get discouraged. If crazy stuff starts happening, don't back out of it. I just felt some of you feminines going, I can't handle this. I can't do this. But yes, you can. Absolutely, you can. And there is a divine plan in it. Nobody needs to be worried about nothing. If you're worried about anything, it's just a thought. So you guys need to, like, be on the same side, be on the same team, be communicating through this very clearly, and just love each other through it. And you guys can get through anything, and just don't care what anybody else thinks, no matter what. Don't care. The only thing that matters is what you guys think. That's it. Not even another soul on the whole planet has to care. Okay? Nobody. Just you guys. So just communicate through it. Don't pull away from your person. Whatever you do, don't pull away. Just talk about it. Okay? All right, you guys have a beautiful day. Hopefully this helped some of you who are starting to kind of waver or something. And keep an eye out for that ping. And have yourselves a beautiful day. We'll talk to you next time. Bye. If you like my videos, please like, subscribe, and share them with your friends. Also, feel free to join me at patreon.com/Amy Satori, where I post monthly energy readings, pick a decks, and other goodies for members only, including discounts for readings and being entered to win a free reading at the end of the year. Memberships start as low as $5.55 a month. Sometimes I even put my free collective love readings on Patreon first before uploading them here to YouTube. If you're wanting more information about my show on TuneIn Radio, how to order a personal reading, or other goings-on, you can check the description of my videos for the most up-to-date information.